Alright guys, welcome back to Doom 2016. Last we met in Doom 2016, we began our first level in the realm of hell, Kadinger's Sanctum, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that, but I'll apologize now for butchering that. I mean, I'm pretty sure I probably said it in-game, but I wasn't listening because I was too busy talking about random shit last time. Looked like we finished up a rune trial, but apparently the second one, because I'm missing the first one. Though, maybe I just blatantly ignored the first one. Or I think I attempted the first one, but gave up. I don't remember. I don't remember last part at all. Anyway, so yeah, this part's just going to be dedicated to, I believe we're finishing off this mission before we do it, before we head back to, well, Mars. Oh, siege mode is a great upgrade, especially against mancubuses. Basically, it's a charge shot. It's a charge shot, but the problem is that you're stationary when you get it, meaning that you can't move. So you're open to getting hit by something, but at the same time, it fires off a really powerful beam, and if you can hit a mancubus with it, or really anything with it, it's basically it's an instant kill, and it's very satisfying to land a hit off the bat. I'm assuming what I'm doing right now is I'm still kind of looking for the Easter egg slash the secret Doom map, but I am not finding that because it might not. It may be a thing where it's just maybe I'm just straight up missing it, or I'm just like, I feel like I've walked past like 3 times and I've just blatantly ignored it. But again, this is me we're talking about. I tend to just waltz right past whatever I'm looking for like 20 times, and then eventually I'll turn around and see it. But oh, I thought I died. I was right. I thought I died. I genuinely thought that. And I know what you're thinking out there is like, well, Caleb, why didn't you, if you're doing this post commentary, why didn't you just do mission select and restart and just redo the mission from the beginning, and had a guide open the whole time? And there's a few reasons for that. One, I didn't want to. I know I am not a stranger to using New Game Plus to my advantage for Let's Plays for the sake of flow and stuff like that. I mean, I do that with RPGs and the Persona series, so specifically, especially with the Persona series. So what's stopping me from doing that for Doom? And the reason is I genuinely can't give you an explanation on that. And my immediate theory was because I wanted to, since with Doom specifically, you only get prompts for everything the first time you discover it, if I remember correctly. Meaning that going for the Praetor tokens and the and the secrets and stuff like that is just kind of pointless. So I just wanted to make it a little more, or I wanted to try to make this a little bit more of an actual honest to God guide for the collectibles. But at the same time, if I'm not going for all of them, I can't really say that it is a full-on guide because of the fact that I miss stuff. But I don't know how else to phrase this. It's like, I know I am no stranger to using New Game Plus to. I mean, I'm using New Game Plus for Persona 3 Reload. I use New Game Plus for Persona 5 and the Warriors games that I've done, and even I use New Game Plus for Spider-Man. So why do I not have a problem doing it here? And I think it's just because in the case of Doom with its New Game Plus, I just feel that the other thing is also I feel that you're a little too overpowered for when you first start, for early game mission, in New Game Plus, you have everything in Doom, meaning that even in the first mission, you have the likes of the BFG, the chainsaw, weapons you weren't meant to have just yet, meaning that you basically just speed through the first mission of the game, no problem. And maybe my justification, this is what my thought process was when I was planning this Let's Play out, was, and I say planning this Let's Play out, I don't really plan my Let's Plays. I just make the arbitrary decision of like, what do I feel like playing and commentating over. Fuck it, Doom this week. I don't think not many people are doing Doom 2016 Let's Plays, so let's do that. That sounds fun. I like Doom. And also, I was doing it out of a request from a friend, for one, and two, the new Doom game was announced. Or no, wait, Doom The Dark Ages wasn't announced at the time yet when I started this Let's Play, so never mind. But, what was the other reason I started Doom? I wanted to do Doom. I think it was because, oh no, Doom The Dark Ages was announced at the time. Was announced well before I even started this Let's Play. I don't know why I thought it wasn't. The release date wasn't announced, but we had the fact that the game existed. So I did that. So I did this Let's Play, just to say, hey, I'm aware of the Doom series, and I think I've made a few references to Doom in the past. And I also was kind of using this as an excuse to not do Metroid Prime 2 right now, because I'm still trying to figure out what to do with Prime 2 in terms of whatchamacallit, how to record it, because my first, I was going to do the trilogy version on the Wii, but it's not working anymore because the Wii U version is being a piece of shit and freezes after like 10 minutes, and you can't really get far in a Metroid game in 10 minutes unless you're at a 2D game. And then I genuinely, and I mean genuinely, do not want to do the GameCube version, because the trilogy version just has so many quality of life updates that make the GameCube version so inferior, and I'm so used to those quality of life updates that I can't really play the GameCube version. And it mainly includes like the Spider Guardian being 20 times easier in the trilogy version, because you have the Spring Ball instead of having to rely on the Morph Ball bombs. And I know that sounds like, oh, Caleb, you've played Metroid, you should know how to Morph Ball jump. What, do you just suck at it? In the Prime trilogy, yes, I do. I'm willing to admit that. I am not good at bomb jumping in the Prime trilogy. It's just I've just never been good at it. Why? I don't know. It's mainly because I guess you never really have to use it, to my recollection, unless you're going for 100%, and even then it's like out of it's like 3 or 4 times, so it's not often enough to warrant it's not really enough to warrant mastering, I guess you could say. What am I doing? Anyway, I guess to talk about what's on screen for a second. Why did I pause? To talk about what's on screen for a second, I am doing the first rune trial of this level, which is the awards the savagery skill, but you have to use the super shotgun to kill imps, and they give you about 4 seconds of movement, meaning that unless you kill an imp, you can't move until it's dead, meaning you should really be one-shotting these motherfuckers since you have the super shotgun. Your priority should be just moving forward and shooting imps along your way. You don't have to kill every imp to win, but you do need to make sure you kill enough so you can get through. Because, once your time of movement runs out, you can't move anymore. And there you go. That's how you do it. Maybe. There's probably a better way to do it, but again, I suck at games. But back to what I was saying about how I, didn't just use New Game Plus for Doom, is because I didn't want to be too fast with going through levels. I wanted at least somewhat of a moderate challenge. And that, I mean, I could have just done New Game Plus on a harder difficulty, I guess, but at the same time, I also didn't. The thing is I think the bit of scaling with difficulty is a little different than most games. But again, I don't really know. I've never really played anything past Hurt Me Plenty. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to be doing something like Ultra Nightmare or something like that. I'm not that fucking crazy. So I just decided to do a fresh file for Doom 2016, just for the sake of letting you guys. It's more of, you guys are able to know what prompts pop up when you do stuff, what the challenges are, because if the challenges are already complete and I end up doing them throughout the level, you guys wouldn't know that I did one unless I said something. And considering how I am with post commentary let's plays, especially talking about something off that's not even about the fucking game most of the time, we both know that I'll be missing some challenges and not talk about, and end up forgetting to talk about it. I mean, for God's sakes, I forgot to talk about the Mancubus like 2 parts ago. So same thing, same kind of principle here is that, the prompts sort of do something in terms of explaining what's going on in the game for me in case I'm not talking about it like the absolute dumbass that I am. Oh, I'm gonna fall, aren't I? No, no, okay. I was ready for it. I was. I will also say that these hell levels are actually a little bit more about learning. It's more about learning about Doom Guys' origins, but especially in terms of what exactly led up to the events of this game, specifically with Samuel Hayden. What the hell did he do? And also, like, why Doom Guy was in a sarcophagus. So, Doom Guy basically was in like a stasis sort of thing after a really intense battle or something like that. I don't remember the full extent of it, but basically he was put under in a sarcophagus by I think it was the Sentinels or something like that. And Samuel Hayden, when the UAC first breached Mars, they found the sarcophagus with Doom Guy in it, and Hayden took it to more study it. And what happened was when Olivia started getting ideas of what to do, started when Olivia first went against Samuel Hayden. He decided to release Doom Guy from his coffin, and that's exactly what happened at the beginning of the game. Basically, Doom Guy was like the last. Doom Guy is the last resort sort of thing for Samuel Hayden. He was only let go because Samuel Hayden's like, well, fuck it, I got no other options. Let's let Doom Guy do everything. At least that's what I've kind of gathered from just a very, very loose interpretation of what I was watching earlier. There's like hundreds of videos about the in-depth lore of Doom and the story of Doom Guy and all that stuff, and you could watch all that for all I care, because there is a lot to talk about with the Doom Guy apparently, and I don't really. All the people I know who play who play the Doom games, are really only in it for the, killing demons and ripping their heads off and shit like that. So, and I'm glad that there is something for people to enjoy with, for lore and purposes and stuff like that. So, I got to give credit where credit's due. They at least have an engaging lore. And at least it's not and I think it's not like a debate like the fucking FNAF series, like the Five Nights at Freddy's series. That shit's still ongoing to this day, and I feel like Scott Cawthon's just fucking with everybody with the amount of like lore changes and shit like that he keeps adding. It's like, seriously, time traveling ball pits? Where the fuck did that one come from? And I'm talking to someone who's been invested in the Five Nights at Freddy's lore for a long time. I'm not a huge theorizer, but I'm always, there to sit down and just kind of wonder what everyone's story, what everyone's theories are leading to, especially game theory. They do a pretty good job for the most part. I think really there was only one theory that I watched that I was just like, what the fuck is he talking? It's like, what the fuck is Matt Pat talking about? And I know it was during Matt Pat's time because, oh Jesus Christ, I can't believe I have to say that now. Ah, man, and it was last year when Matt Pat retired, wasn't it? It was like, it'd be April, right? Wouldn't it? That when it'd be April, coming this April, that'd be 1 year Matt Pat retired. Jesus Christ. Or no, has it? No, it's only been a year. It's only been about a year. I think he announced that he was retiring in February, if I remember correctly. But then he said that he was going to do a few more videos leading up to April, and then that April would be his final theory. Well, I mean, technically, he's still doing stuff on the internet. It's not like he just disappeared off the face of the fucking planet. He didn't do that. I mean, I know some YouTubers that after they retire, they just disappear off the face of the planet. Most of the time when that happens, though, it's mainly because they didn't retire. They didn't retire by choice. Usually there's a controversy right behind them that caused them to retire. But that's besides that. Not in the mood to talk about any sort of YouTube controversies right now. What am I still looking for that secret? Yeah. Or no, I think I'm trying to figure out how to get up there. You know what though? I know people. I think people don't like this game's map. I do like this game's map because it's kind of reminiscent of Metroid Prime's. But I gotta say, any fucking map is better than Control's. I gotta say that. I'm sorry. I actually finally started getting around to playing Control for the first time. I've been playing it on during my free time. I'm playing the Ultimate Edition via like my PS Plus subscription, and I gotta say, for a Metroidvania, that map is ass. Because it's what it does is it has the layer system, but there's no way to tell which layer you're on, so it's kind of hard to follow where you are on the map. What I like is the fact that the map is over. You can just look at the map while still in gameplay because you just have to press up on the D-pad. Is it up? Yeah, it's up on the D-pad while you're still in the game, and you could just walk around no problem. But the problem is that you can't modify, you can't like adjust the map. There's no way to mark anything on it, or there's no markers whatsoever except for like the fact that the text of an area where an objective is supposed to be is yellow. And that's what makes the map just utter ass to me. Oh, we got Hell Barons. I didn't even one-shot that dude. Oh, Baron of Hell. Sorry, I thought it was just Hell Barons, but a very big difference there. Barons of Hell are basically like it's like essentially stronger versions of Hell Knights. That's basically the best way to describe them. Ooh, quad damage. God damn! I was like, quad damage, and it basically one-shotted that summoner. But Barons of Hell, they're basically souped up Hell Knights essentially. They have the same properties in terms of aggression, but their other thing is that they have like green energy. Excuse me. They have like green energy that they can throw at you, so they can't attack you from a distance. But yeah, like that. But just like any enemy, they're open to glory kills, and you can use the chainsaw on them, but it requires like all of your ammo for the chainsaw, so you got to keep that in mind if you plan on doing that. There we go. Well, I will say we're nearing the end of the level because this is... I don't think there's anything in here. I'm just doing stuff. But I can kind of tell we're nearing the end of the level because of the fact that, for one, the secrets is... Basically, every secret's found except for an Argent Cell. or not an Argent Cell, Praetor token. And 2, I mean, really, we're pretty close at the end of the level, so. Also, I think once I started that combat encounter, we're at the point of no return. So if you missed any secrets on your way, you ain't getting it now. You ain't getting them now. That is the other thing about this game, and that it kind of is a little frustrating, is that there are a lot of points of no return. So you got to be really mindful of that when you're secret hunting, because if you pass those, well, guess what? You either A, just finish the level and come back at a later time, or B, restart the whole level. But you're probably better off just finishing the level and just moving on. Or maybe now I'm heading into the point of no return. I'm doing something. No, I just did the same exact shit earlier and just walked backwards. What is wrong with me? Should have done a second take. You know what? We don't believe in doing second takes on this channel. From now on, every single video is going to be first take only. Oh, fuck, no, never mind. About to say, like, I'm about to do my Arkham Knight review later tonight. I'm about to start recording for that later, and I don't want to do that. Because I know I'm going to say something stupid. I'm going to end up saying... Yeah, man, imagine there are certain reviews that I did, and oh god, if I had to take the first take on that, I'd have to basically just, I would have been, it would have looked like I can't fucking read for some of the scripts, because sometimes there was one point where I ended up reading the script so badly, I took like 2 minutes to laugh at it. I think it was my Dust and Legion Tale review that I did. And first, I don't know why I read it like this. I think it was at the time I was so tired from college and work and all that kind of stuff. So, and I don't know why I thought I would be in any condition to do any sort of recording. But I decided to anyway. And for like... I didn't even realize it for the longest time until I listened back to the recording afterwards while editing, to where I didn't realize I was calling Dust douche the entire time. So it was only for like half the review, which was just the story section, I believe. So there's just a point where like... So, like, I went to bed and woke up the next morning, got ready to start editing that section of the review together. And then I was listening to it, you know, to make sure, you know, it sounded good, and then moved on. And then I started hearing, I guess it took me a good 2 minutes to realize it again, because by the time I realized it, I was like 2 minutes into the review, and I was like, wait, hold up, I need to listen to this one more time. And I just realized I was calling Dust douche the entire time, and I was like, well, fuck, first off, I gotta record that, second off, I don't know what was going through my mind throughout all of that, especially the recording part, and that was a major eye-opener to me. Do not record anything that requires a script after working and being in school all day, because you ain't gonna read it, I'm not gonna read it right. I honestly don't know how I got douche from Dust. I guess I was just tired. I guess I was just that tired or something like that. Because I mean, you can't argue sometimes Dust is a bit of a douchebag, but it's still... Yeah! Got two of them. But that was a major eye-opener. It's like, to never, ever do any sort of video that requires a script ever again, unless I am absolutely 100% sure I am awake for it. And, I mean, I've had other mess up in terms of reading, but those were, like, you know, minor mess ups because I was just reading too fast. Like, I think I called Batman Bateman one time, which I guess is a pretty funny American Psycho reference, and also, you know, in fact, a reference to Christian Bale, you know, who played Batman, and Patrick Bateman. But at the same time, no. I wonder who does the voice for these. It's probably... I mean, I'm sure they got someone, but I don't feel like looking it up right now. I already looked up the entire voice cast and was legitimately surprised about... It was Samuel Hayden's voice actor that was in the Persona series, wasn't it? Oh, there's the last Praetor token right over there. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this, but now's a good time. Demons can actually kill each other. Like if you walk into an area and they haven't spotted you yet, the demons will actually just go after each other and try to kill each other and not even notice you. So you can use that to your advantage. I do that sometimes. I do that. And also they can accidentally hit each other with their attacks when you're trying to avoid them. So it's good to do that and dodge whenever you can. You know, if you don't have a lot of ammo and you want to conserve it, you know, stand behind an enemy you're trying to kill, and well, don't stand, because you know it's kind of it's not really encouraged to stand still during this game, but you get what I mean. Yep. That means Olivia's near here, right? Right? Guess not. Yeah, honestly, after this, we never see Olivia ever again. I don't think we see Olivia until, like, the final boss. Oh, yeah, spoiler alert. Olivia's, I'm still trying to get the sweep the leg achievement, aren't I? I think I've basically fucked myself into oblivion with that. I mean, unless two more of those enemies pop up, which there's one over there, and I don't kill it with quad damage, or never mind, or accidentally glory kill the wrong leg. That's just an imp. Siege mode, siege mode. Oh. Nice. That's all I gotta say. That was nice. No, honestly, I do hate this like red tint here, mainly because it's kind of hard to tell where shit is for a second. Well, I don't think there's any secrets in this area anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, because this is kind of like the final approach to the ending of the level. But for some reason, I insist on looking for secrets anyway. Yeah. Yeah, like that was the final arena of the level, so we're just... For some reason, I think there's something here. Like, I'm looking for fucking Riddler trophies or some shit. Doesn't matter the game. I'm always looking for secrets. Just go, you idiot. There's nothing here. I mean, I guess it is also good to explore the arena after you finish a section. Because then you can find ammo and stuff like that just lying around. And you can grab it and keep it for reserve for later on. But, yeah, by the way, now I think we're at the point of no return. Whoa, what the hell was that? Okay, good. I guess Past Me spotted that. Because I stopped for a second to study that. Yeah, see, this gate here, point of no return. You can't go back. But they typically tend to do points of no return like at the very end of the level. So it's never really like, you get halfway through the level and then you can't well actually towards the end of the game they start doing points no returns at the halfway point. But at the same time, you can kind of clearly tell when the halfway point is. Oh. Yes, the rock. I think that was Morse code for dick. I like the fact that I wasn't even standing on where the hell portal was, but the game sent me back anyway. No, that wasn't bad. I only missed one secret and one challenge, which was the leg sweep, but it was because I suck at positioning the cursor over the right leg. But yeah, that'll do it for this part of Doom 2016. The next time we meet in Doom 2016, we'll end up back on, I'm about to say Earth, but now technically we're on Mars, so we'll end up back on Mars, and hopefully we'll figure out what to do about Olivia Pierce, because Olivia, we didn't see her at all when we were in hell, so she's somewhere, right? So see you guys next time, and take care.